What's happening, people? I'm back. And guess what? The shades aren't on, man. The shades aren't on. I'm saying no shamelessness today. We've done the win now. I'm saying we move on. Hope everyone's good. You can see my eyes again. I'm so used to showing my eyes on the stream. It's weird. Yeah? But you guys having a little debate in the chat already. But guess what? 10 people just popped into the chat just now. Guess what? I love the fact you guys are here, supporting me, supporting Rob, Den, Dev, all the main guys who joined the channel. But make sure you subscribe to me as well. Make sure you're hitting the like button for me. And we're 8 away from 1,800 subscribers, which is very, very good. You know what I'm saying? So can we hit that today? We definitely can. You know? Love for the support, by the way. I love all the support. This is what consistency gets you, which I really appreciate. We won't get Garnacho. Let's not talk about that. Be up Ryan as well. Be up IC, be up Cole Palmer. I hope that's the real you in the burner account. That would be funny. Be up Ches, the Blue Champion Brothers. Of course, man. Repping Chelsea where I can. I'll be on Judge Mo's channel later on as well. So you might see me. I'm Big Six Banter Months. You might see me later on. I've got a busy day today, even though it's really 4 p.m. here. Be up Ches, hit the like button, subscribe. Of course, guys, we haven't got too long of a show today. Okay? We got Ziad joining. We got Rob in the background. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's get him in. But guys, let's make sure you hit the like button for me. I would very much appreciate that. Let's even make sure we get this poll going to get you guys involved in the chat, get you guys enjoying the content. So I'm saying. So, where do we begin? Firstly, let's bring out the star boy himself, Mr. Bookit. He's told me, you know, guys, not Rob told me. He even told me, if I bring him out, he would rather keep João Pedro than get Isak. So you know what the poll's going to be. What do you think the poll's going to be right now? Simple question for you lot, innit? Who would you rather have before Rob joins? Who would you rather? Yeah? This is a serious poll. Like, seriously. Rob said this, not me, man. Isak or João Pedro? Not João Pedro. João Pedro. You know what I'm saying? Get the accent on there as well. 2-game wonder. That stinks of a rivalry. Rob, answer for your crimes, please. Answer for your crimes. Where's he gone? There he is. Be up, Rob, in the building.
What was saying? What was saying? You good?
I'm good, man. I know you're busy. Be up. I know that kit. That's 2 years ago's kit. Poch.
Yeah, that's
Poch.
the Poch away kit. Yeah.
Bro, that kit reminds me of the Saucy Bears. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of the Saucy. You know when the Saucy was playing against Man City and he got a man of the match? And we drew like 1-1 or 2-2.
Was this? Yeah, this was Poch. This was Poch. This was Poch away kit. You're right. It reminds you of the Saucy.
Oh, so far.
50-50. I'm telling you, man. Yep. Like Isak is not twice the player João Pedro is. We paid 60 for Pedro. I don't, Isak is not worth twice Pedro.
But on this question, though, do you not think Isak is better than him?
Isak is a better striker. Pedro, for me, is a better all-around player.
But do you not think we signed João Pedro to play predominantly in the 9, no?
That's the thing, though. I think I'll keep saying this. We signed him so we can kill 4 birds with 1 stone. So far, we've killed 1 stone very, very well. Sorry, for 1 bird, very, very well. But all the other things, you can play left wing, you can play inside, inside forward, you can play the false 9, you can play the 9. All of those, which I don't know how, I don't know. I've seen Isak kind of, for Sweden drift a little bit on the left wing with Gyokeres playing striker, but I've never seen Isak predominantly just play striker, just play left wing or any other position bar striker and be really good at it.
For those who don't know, the reason why I brought this up anyway, I don't know why my thing's lagging. It's really annoying me. For people who don't understand what's going on, the reason why Ekitike matters and Isak matters, and I've asked the question, is because the breaking news that Liverpool have essentially cornered Newcastle into signing one of Ekitike or Isak. Now, this does matter for Chelsea because even Ben Jacobs said it on his tweet that Chelsea is still within the shout to get Ekitike. and that's because of Jackson's. There's a lot of dominoes falling, and we don't know where it's going to land. We don't know whether we're going to go for Ekitike, Garnacho, Rogers. I've already said to Rob, I said if Jackson, I know Rob said this as well. If Jackson leaves, we'll probably go for an Ekitike because then you'll have many options for the forward line. Put João Pedro middle, left, off the left, many options. A lot of dominoes will fall. Chelsea have a lot of money, like IC said as well, which is a fact. We have a lot of money to play with. So I don't think the Frankfurt price we'd be not willing to meet. I think we just want to negotiate it down. But let me show you guys the breaking Isak news that dropped about an hour a bit ago, just before, I think it was just before about 2:15, maybe something like that, from Fabrizio Romano. Just guys are up to date. And this does relate to Chelsea. It does. It does make a difference. And it does affect the market. So let's get over this news now, man. So as you can see here, we put a bit bigger for you lot in the chat. Liverpool made a club-to-club approach for Newcastle to discuss a record bid for Alexander Isak. If Isak won't be available, Liverpool can enter the Ekitike race. Decision up to Newcastle, as they never wanted to sell Isak, plus offer a new deal. So what that basically means is Liverpool are really good negotiators, and they put themselves in a position where they've gone to Newcastle. They're going, you know what? If you don't sell Isak, we'll buy Ekitike, who you want. But if you sell Isak to us, we'll give you Ekitike. So Liverpool look like they're going to get.
But why would Newcastle do that though? What incentive do Newcastle have in doing that?
Rob, do you know what it is? I can't see a world. I said before that Isak and Ekitike would play together. But now I feel like Liverpool don't want. I don't think Liverpool want that for their scenario. I think Liverpool are saying, we're not going to let you have that. If you get Ekitike, we might force Isak to make the move.
Well, why are we assuming that if Newcastle sell Isak, they put themselves in a desperate position? So Frankfurt can absolutely mug him on Ekitike, knowing they're desperate to get him. Why would they sell him?
I think Frankfurt's price, I don't think will be very flexible anyway. I think Frankfurt want around 85 million euros, irrespective of what's going on. But Rob, we say this, but their price has not dropped. They wanted 80 plus million before. They want it now. They rejected the 80 million euro bid that Newcastle put in, which, by the way, guys, is about 70 million pounds, which is a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm just thinking it from a Newcastle standpoint. Why would Newcastle, if Newcastle want to pair the two of them, why don't you just go toe to toe with Liverpool for Ekitike? If Liverpool end up getting Ekitike, it's calm. You still got the better player. You know what I mean? You still got Isak, who Liverpool are desperate for. Liverpool first choice is Isak.
Yeah, but Newcastle know that. But at the same time, Newcastle's hands are tied because Isak would not be. Liverpool would not be putting in this bid or approach if Isak didn't want to join. And if Isak knew there was opportunity to go to Liverpool,
they put in a bid for Caicedo. He didn't want to join.
No, wait, Rob, that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
That was a mistake. But this time they've gone club to club before they went and agreed personal terms with the player.
No, Rob. You don't do this if Isak doesn't want to join. It's okay. So that's why, Rob, I agree with you. The Caicedo thing, they thought they could persuade him. But it wasn't wrong to put in the bid. Yeah. You see?
Yeah.
If they persuaded, you see the same way Chelsea persuaded Lavia, they thought they could do that with Caicedo. Oh yeah, we know you've agreed with Chelsea, but come join the project.
Yeah.
So for me, they don't do this approach, Rob, if Isak isn't willing to join. So
I hear you. But from a Newcastle standpoint, if you want to pair Isak and Ekitike, it's like Liverpool. It's Liverpool that's desperate. Liverpool is the one that has no striker. You know what I mean? Liverpool is the one with no striker. They have all the money, but they don't have any striker. So the striker that they want is contingent upon Newcastle, one, agreeing to sell Isak, and two, Newcastle backing off of Ekitike. They can just, if they want to outbid Liverpool, then they can. And keep Isak and Ekitike together. It's Liverpool who's desperate because Liverpool ain't got no striker. You know, they got Darwin Nunes
Mm,
that they're trying to get rid of. They ain't got no striker. They're the one
hey,
in a desperate position.
Fairs, but Rob, Liverpool were desperate, and they've managed to put themselves in a position where they have two options who want them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So even though they're the one with no striker, they put Newcastle in a place where Newcastle got to make a decision. Do you want to stick with Isak, who's willing to leave anyway, maybe next year,
Mm.
or do you go with the new guy who's going to be his successor? But either way, you're not keeping both. Because if they do get Ekitike, Liverpool is back to Isak. Well, they got their striker now. Put in a transfer request. We'll get the deal done.
Yeah,
And
no.
Newcastle won't be in a good position because Ekitike will be in there now, and the price of the player goes down because demand's lower because you got the striker. And let's not lie, Rob. Whether it would be, by the way, Rob, you can leave and come back. I know you're home, innit? So you can leave and come back if you need to, innit?
You know, I'm coming. I'm in the car. I'm just in the car.
Yeah. But if if Newcastle wanted to, they could keep this up for another year. I agree, but it would make no sense to do that because you can get the highest amount of money now. 1 year less contract. You got a new striker coming in. Every club knows Ekitike is doing so well.
Yeah.
I can't see a world where Newcastle in this position keep both. This is before the news. I said yesterday they would keep both, but I didn't know Liverpool would play this game. Liverpool moving
Yeah.
smart. They're putting
Yeah.
Newcastle in a position where if you don't want to get Isak to leave, we'll go with Ekitike. And Ekitike is choosing Liverpool over Newcastle. That's the issue, Rob. Ekitike will not choose Newcastle over Liverpool. He's just not going to do that.
Yeah.
Therefore,
No, I hear it,
Liverpool
but
have all the cards. They have it their own way. You either
mm,
release Isak or you go for your player who you want to replace him in the future. Just lose. Or you let us have Isak and we'll let you have Ekitike.
yeah, that's where Newcastle, like Liverpool, can play those kind of games with Chelsea because they know
No,
you
it's
can you
true.
can you can do
Chelsea, they can
little
their
game.
facts.
You can do them little games with the Newcastle and the likes, but you ain't gonna come and do and play those games with Chelsea because we ain't gonna let you get away with it. Especially if Isak is our player. Like Isak is still gonna be £100 million next summer. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think they make Champions League if they replace Isak with Ekitike. I don't think they make Champions League next season. Personally, like you're not gonna sub Isak with Elanga and Ekitike and think you're gonna be all right. Like next, what's next is that Liverpool comes and get Gordon, and then Newcastle is is
Mm.
is left with nothing. So you get Isak and Gordon all out the door, even though you might pocket 200 million off of those
Yeah.
two of those two. But next season you're battling Conference League positions if you're Newcastle.
Facts.
And then once you get to that position, then the likes of Bruno G looks around and be like, yeah, man, there's greener pasture. Livramento, same thing. You look at the likes of Lewis Hall. Someone looking at like, there's no ambitions here, bro. I'm like the kid at
Yeah.
Champong that I was in the academy with. I winning Club World Cup. I'm just here in Newcastle, going Champions League 1 year, Conference League the next, Champions League 1 year, Conference League the next. It's yeah. If Newcastle wanna be big boys, wanna be serious ballers, they need to hold on to Ekitike and Isak and flex their muscle. I mean, they're owned by
Oh,
Saudis. Flex
100%.
your muscles, and get Ekitike and Isak at the same
And
time.
keep this. I thought, but this is the thing, Rob. I'm with you. I thought they had that juice, but
That's what I'm saying, bro. You own by Saudi. Liverpool ain't got more money than you. I mean, you might have PSR trouble, but like this is where you show your ambition. Like you make a statement. Like Liverpool, no, we and you and I, we're gonna compete for Ekitike. If you win Ekitike, cool. But we gonna go toe to toe with Ekitike. And if you win him, fine. But we're gonna try and move our muscles as well to get him into the
but how
door.
how, how
And
realistic is it that happens, though, Rob? That's the problem. It's not going to happen because Liverpool are too much of a powerhouse. Is that you said about Chelsea? When Chelsea come knocking for a player, it's a
mm,
big knock. And Liverpool, they're in that bracket, Rob, man. As much as I don't want to say it,
yeah, but it's the thing with Liverpool is they don't like a bidding war with players.
but
You know what I'm
no
saying?
one's having a bidding war though.
Yeah, but if Newcastle want him, then you're going to bingo. He doesn't have a release
No,
clause.
but
You're going
here's
to
the here's the
one.
thing. Here's the thing. Ekitike is not worth 80 million pounds, is he?
We
Isak
agree there.
though, yeah, of course. Isak is worth 120. So Liverpool
As,
probably seeing it as Ekitike is a good young striker. He would do well for the team. If we bring him in, so be it. We'd rather spend the extra 40, 50 million on Isak, but unless Newcastle let him go. But because they've got Ekitike in the limelight, ready to go to the club, Newcastle have to make a decision. Do you want to get rid of Isak now or later? And I think
yeah, but
they'll see 130 million and go, that's a lot of money to turn down.
yeah, then that just means Newcastle. You're just a
I
little.
agree with you, by the way. It would mean they're a weak club. I agree.
You just little Brighton.
Yeah.
You ain't no different than Brighton. You know what I mean? If you're gonna
No,
see you
facts.
trying to
Facts.
compete, you trying to compete into Champions League position, you're gonna go into the Champions League next season and you sell your best player to another top four contender. You just little Brighton then. You're just happy to be here. That's it.
Guys, I've
And
got,
that's
yeah.
this is where Newcastle need to do some muscle flexing and say, no. We trying to be Liverpool. There's no way we're gonna reach Liverpool level by selling our best player to Liverpool. No chance.
And you know what, Rob? This is why I love the conversation with you all the time because it's balanced. And guess what, guys? The same thing is happening to Arsenal right now. Another new update for you guys. Eduardo Haig, and this is why the reason why we Rob are talking about this is very, very important. But I'm going to give you guys that context in a second. Okay? Eduardo Haig, Fabrizio Romano has just said this, right? We get up for you guys in the chat, the courtesy of the viewers. Can you do me a favor though? 100 plus people in here. Can we hit that like button? Can we follow Rob? And his Twitter account is right there. Breaking news: the situation of Victor Gyokeres is tense. Sporting keep
Word.
asking for more and more money. The
Yo,
problem
the
are the
cheeky.
add-ons.
The
Sporting want to be
cheeky.
almost guaranteed 10 million euros. Arsenal already went over what they wanted to pay already, 60 to 63 million euros. I think that's including add-on. So I think they want more closer to 70 million, whereas Arsenal are thinking 60, 65. That's the problem.
Rah, Sporting are taking the
They're
piss,
taking
bro.
their mick, man.
So
Rob,
they
you know what's
want.
important here? The important bit here, sorry, Rob, is they keep asking for more and more. You know what that means? Is that what
So
you said?
they get Arsenal to agree one. They be like, you know what? Scratch that. Add another 5 to 10 mil on top of what you agreed on last time.
It's peak.
Yo,
It's peak. That's
I'm
why
telling
I
you.
agree with Robert when he talks about Liverpool, Newcastle being a feeder club. If we're not a feeder club, you don't allow Liverpool to come in there and be like, yo, we're taking this out, or you get Ekitike. No, you'll be like, you know what? We have ambition. Isak staying. He's going to sign a new deal. He might leave in 2 years, but he ain't leaving this year. Anyhow, Rob, Newcastle get rid of that player. They're not going very far. They've got
Yeah,
to, at some point, they've got to say, nah, we're not selling our best players.
that's the thing though. At some point you gotta say, no, brother, we trying to be we coming. We trying to get to the level. We're trying to win things. And I know we won the little Carabao Cup last season, and that's not enough. We want more. We want to compete in the Champions League. We want to compete for cups. We want to be more competitive in the league. And so you're not gonna do that if you go in and sell Isak and you go and buy Ekitike. With all due respect for Ekitike, he's a nice player, but he's not Isak level, and you don't know how he's going to adapt to the Premier League. And you just don't do that if Newcastle are doing that, then they're not a serious club. And they're just a feeder club, basically, where players go and be competitive and make a little name for
Mhm.
themselves, and then get sold to Chelsea or Liverpool or Man City or the likes. Like there's no way that Newcastle should be looking to do that. They should be looking to
Right.
flex the muscle and get both Isak and Ekitike to line up for them next season.
Anyhow, they don't.
Know what I mean?
It's not looking good. But guys, why does this relate to Chelsea? So me and Rob are talking about this now. It does relate to Chelsea because Ekitike is a player on Chelsea's list. I want to bring up Ben Jacobs' tweet now. I don't know why this is not saving. I need to fix this for 1 second, guys. But let me get his tweet up now for you guys very clearly. Ben Jacobs. What do you think about Ekitike in general, Rob?
Yeah, he's a good player. I wanted him. I wanted him. You know, like when we're looking for those inside, the inside tens. I wanted him, but now that we got Joao Pedro, I don't think. I mean, I don't think we need him unless you're really selling Jackson. But then again, I'm not selling Jackson just to replace him with Ekitike. I don't think Ekitike is an upgrade on Jackson. I'll be real with you. I don't think he is. I'd rather keep Jackson over Ekitike.
I think he is, bro.
Nah, it's not. You put Jackson in the Bundesliga, and he does
I'm
just
gonna
as much,
compare their stats
if
on
not
football in a
more.
minute.
Yeah, like he has an even worse conversion rate than Jackson. I'm telling you, I'm not taking Ekitike over Jackson. Like if it's like replace, no.
Guys,
No.
these are Robert's thoughts, yeah? Just letting you guys know it's not me. Not me. Rob, listen,
Especially
Rob, you love Jackson though. Take your bias, Rob. Take your bias out of it now, please. Take
okay,
your love. I
if
know
I
you
take my
defend him. I'm not. I love how you defend him, by the way. I love it. Like,
yeah. If I take my bias out of it, if you
please.
sell
Take your
Jackson
bias.
for 100, if you sell Jackson for 100 million and you buy Ekitike for 85, I'm calm. But
That's
how much you selling Jackson for? How much you buying Ekitike for? Ekitike, you said they're gonna cost you 85, 90 million euros. How much you say? How much you think we get for Jackson?
They said 100 million euros. I'll probably say we'll get. I told people 60 million, and Wolfie laughed at me when I said it. I think 60
So,
million.
you mean to tell me Ekitike is 25 million euros better than Jackson?
No, he's not. He's still better than him. Rob, he is. He is. Like, I'll try and explain why, but I'm going to show you the stats, Rob. Okay, but let's look at this tweet here from Ben Jacob to prove what we're talking about. We're not talking rubbish, and why we're linked to Ekitike doesn't matter because everyone kind of knows. If you look at here, give it a second chat. Bosh. There we go. Everyone kind of knows that Chelsea could still sign another striker or attacker with Christopher Nkunku expected to leave and Nicholas Jackson not untouchable and with growing interest in him. We've heard it many times. Concrete, increasingly likely. I think Jackson's gone. Rob, is Jackson going? See, you're being biased now. You're being biased because you could have just said yes, Rob. You could have just said, yeah, he's leaving.
No. I'm trying to think who would pay, because I promise you, we are not taking less than what Ekitike goes for, and I'm trying to think who pays that for Jackson. Man United.
That's a good question. So we're gonna get into our discussion about Man United in a second. Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
And this is where Liverpool comes into hand. Like, if somehow Newcastle ends up with both Ekitike and Isak, I won't be shocked.
No.
If Liverpool
Don't
comes in
even
for
say that.
Jackson.
That's not happening. That's happening. No. If Liverpool get both.
No. If Newcastle ends up with both Ekitike and Isak, Newcastle, then
Newcastle.
Liverpool will get desperate for a striker, and I think, because remember,
I know. Yeah.
remember, Richard Hughes almost bought Jackson at Bournemouth, and he's the one that tried to bring Jackson in, and Jackson, Jackson only failed his medical. That's the only reason he didn't end up at Bournemouth. And so he's one that has been scouting or tracking Jackson for time, and so I wouldn't be surprised if his interest for Jackson is renewed if they can get Ekitike and
Okay.
Isak.
Okay. That's interesting span in the works when Liverpool go for Jackson. I don't think so. Even in the report that you quote tweeted, I won't get it up. But Rob, even that report said that Chelsea would outprice him. That's the problem. Because we know Liverpool have money, we would 100% ask 100 million euros. 100%. And they're not
Yeah,
going to pay that.
that's what Liverpool is doing. Like, Liverpool just turned, how much did they turn for Diaz? Was
They
it
turned away
65
like
million euros?
yeah, like 6 5 million euros. Yeah.
Yeah, they're asking for big money for the players. Why they gonna come to us and expect us to
No, that's my
demand less?
point. I don't think they would. I don't think they would pay like 80 million euros pounds for Jackson.
Um, I mean, I think they might. I
Transfer
think they
news says Alexander Arnold is sorry. Alexander Isak is not for sale. Yeah, he's not going for sale. I mean, Rob just said that if Newcastle, if they cave into this, they look very, very weak in the market.
if
Very,
New
very
if
weak.
this is a make or break transfer story for Newcastle. If Newcastle sells Isak to Liverpool and replace them with Ekitike, right? And then Liverpool goes and sell Diaz, and they come in and buy Gordon again. I promise you, but next summer you're gonna see the Bruno Guimaraes and the
Yeah, they
Livramento
will
and the
leave.
Lewis Hall. Be like, there's no ambition, but like we take one step forward, and we take two steps back. There's no point. Like people. This is the project that was like, oh, this is Saudi coming. They're gonna have invest into the club and all this stuff. Like you're not like Mike Ashibad, but you're not making any progression. You're just there, Brighton level and West Ham level. Just happy to be in the. If you make Champions League, it's happy days. If you don't, nobody really stresses. You just going with emotions. And that's what it is. I'm not
Yeah, is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is a make or break news story
Need to be
for
very,
for
very
for
careful.
Newcastle.
Chelsea sell Jackson and Cook and Madueke. We might cause havoc. It's true. Because they're all players that just didn't cut the level.
Right.
Obviously,
They think we might go in for Isak.
listen, as much as Chelsea every single year do a mad signing, every single year there's one like wow.
Yeah, yeah.
This year there's only two players who'd be wow. It's Rodrigo or Isak. I can't see any of them two
Remember,
happening.
remember last summer we dangled £100 million bid for Isak. Remember last summer?
Oh, I do. You know what? I do remember that. I do
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
There was
And
a
and,
report
Newca- and
saying that
Newcastle say he's not for sale.
there was. I
We
remember
did,
that.
yeah.
I
We
remember
we
that, Rob.
dangle we dangle a little
Yeah.
£100 million bid, and they say yeah, no chance. And we're like, all right, count.
Nah,
We tried.
I do remember that. Like
We
I remember
tried.
it saying like Chelsea are interested if Newcastle willing to sell. So it's a very similar situation. It was up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Newcastle. It wasn't up to Isak. I think he was again, Rob. The same consistency. If a club is willing to put in a bid, it means the player most likely 9 times out of 10 is willing to join.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think Chelsea must spoke to him. Go, yo, if we paid the money, would you be willing to join? At the time, we only had Jackson.
yeah,
Now he would still join now, but now it would be a little bit more technical because you got the lap, you got João
yeah,
Pedro. There's a bit more
yeah.
going on. So
I think I, I think
Ekitike
I think
makes more sense.
I think to be honest with you, with the Isak thing, I don't think Isak is like eager to leave or pushing to leave. I think he's one. Like the Bruno to Saudi deal was like, if the club wants the money and want to sell me, I'm not opposed to leaving, but I'm not forcing my way out either. I'm not out here pushing to say, hey, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. You know
Exactly.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a, I think Isak is. I think the position is, well, if you lot think, you know you need the money and you can turn it down, I'm fine to go, but I don't, I'm not gonna force my way out. I'm happy to stay as well and play the Champions League next season. So let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. But I don't think yeah, it's a good saga to watch for sure, because Newcastle, hey, this is peak if they let this go. This is peak.
They need to be careful because their players will get raided for.
Yeah,
They need
yeah.
to make. And Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs they both reposted their posts about Liverpool making an approach. So
They both reposted it.
yeah, that's not a good sign.
I mean, yeah. Let's see what
If
happens.
Lil if
I
Isak
remember.
won't be available, Liverpool can enter the race for Ekitike.
Yeah, that's the way it is. If Isak is not available, Liverpool enter the race for Ekitike. But if I'm Newcastle and I just like, yeah, you prepare to enter the race for Ekitike because Isak is not available. You just prepare yourself to enter the
True.
race because yeah. But if I'm Newcastle, it's like, well, I'm ahead of you in the race for Ekitike already. So
Mhm.
it is I think it was Julian Laurent yesterday that said that Ekitike's agent were in discussion with Newcastle to try and get the deal. Like the agent is already talking to the club and probably already sold the player on the project of Newcastle. If I'm Newcastle, I'd say, hey brother, welcome the bidding, welcome to the war. I mean,
Mhm.
unless they got PTSD from Chelsea, what Chelsea did to them with Joao Pedro. We just came in and be like, you know what? Yeah, we'll take him off you. Thank you very much for the groundwork.
Nah, literally, imagine that happened. Thanks so much for the groundwork. I love it when that happens. Team
Yeah,
does the
yeah,
groundwork, and then one team just comes in and goes, "What? All right,
yeah.
let's agree a
Calm.
deal then, innit?"
Because we know if we had gone to Brighton would be like, you know what, 80 million pounds. But the fact that Newcastle went in and they be like, you know what, yes, we'll take 60. We're like, you know what, yeah, move over. 60, here we are. Here's your 60.
Yeah, you want a
Move.
60, yeah? Here's 60.
Here's
Play
60.
agreed. Bro,
Yeah,
Chelsea,
yeah.
these clubs at Chelsea, man, don't mess around with them. But someone said in the comments something interesting. I wanted to find it. It's about Rodrigo. I don't know how we got to this conversation. I think I said marquee signings. Rodrigo is a marquee signing because of his hype. I do think he would be good in the Premier League. People think we won't pay his wages. I think we could pay his wages. But there's another left winger who he
Talk to
won't
me.
go
Talk to me.
away. And
Talk to me.
the issue
His,
is,
his
guys,
name just won't go away, is it?
the issue is we've been having these brief conversations
Yeah,
for a long time, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to
yeah.
deadline day, and it won't go away. And
Mm-hmm.
guys, his name is Alejandro Garnacho,
Garnacho.
aka Rob's favorite player, aka Rob's preferred choice, aka Rob's best winger in the league, aka Rob's first A-list marquee signing. That's who we're linked to. Chelsea are open to adding wide players with long-term interest in Garnacho and admirers of Morgan Rogers. So I've already called it with Rob. We've sat on this team every single day. And I said one of these two will be joining.
Yep.
Which one is the question? And I keep asking the chat and everyone, my panelists. I say, what do we need more? A left winger or a cam? Nkuku will leave. Jackson might leave. 70%. If we say Nkuku and Jackson leave, chat, who would you rather have? Garnacho or Rogers? Let's ask Rob while we get a poll rolling. And by the way, for our vote, it's 50-50 between Isak and João Pedro. And in fact, João Pedro is ahead on 52%. Three
Mm.
quarters, 100 plus people in here. Nearly 80 votes as well. So it's quite a lot of different people. So that's mad.
Mm. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
mad.
yeah. I told you. I told you.
Fair
I
enough,
told
Rob. Fair enough. You
you.
booked it. You booked it. Hey, Rob, let me
No.
tell you. If we answer the question of Garnacho, yeah? Who gets more goals next season? João Pedro, Isak. I need you to book it.
Who gets more goals?
Yep.
Isak gets more goals. Joao Pedro gets more GA.
More goal contributions. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually a good answer, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Garnacho is the discussion, guys. I'm going to put a poll in the chat while Rob gives his deliberation and gives you his explanation behind Morgan Rogers, who's more of like an inside forward, Cam 8,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
Garnacho, who, by the way, there's the only downfall in Rob's argument. Garnacho is very, very left wing. He's not a Lamb or in it, Rob. That's the only thing I would say is Gittins and Garnacho are very, very similar, which isn't good because we need someone
Mm.
on the left who's a
Yeah.
bit different, you know?
Yeah. No, I've said it for time. Number one, the reason I believe it's gonna be Garnacho is because he is easier to attain because obviously the situation with United, he's gonna be cheaper. He is a backup left winger, like a proper winger, a backup left winger to Gittins, and he just he we've had an interest in him since January. We almost bought him in January. It's just that United turned down a bid for us. And so I'm saying the reason I'm saying Garnacho is because we like how he's like his tenacity
Hey, Rob, I love Jimmy. Rob, hey, Rob heard Jimmy heard Rob for 2 seconds. What do you think he just messaged me, chat? Send me the link. Send me.
Bring on Jimmy. Bring on Jimmy. I ain't got much time left.
Jimmy,
I ain't got much time left. But bring on Jimmy because he can refute Garnacho all he wants, but I'm just saying, you can say it's not happening, all this and all of that, but we both know what's up. We both know that if the link does not go, and our sporting directors and our owners are on a high. They are on that level where everybody says, you know what, if they want to bring Garnacho in, I'm trusting it. You know what I mean? And so it's the perfect time to bring a Garnacho in, and I think you might end up with a Garnacho just because I don't think Villa will sell Rodgers. And if they want to sell Rodgers, I think it's gonna take 80 to 90 million pounds to even get them to budge.
Rob, where are you getting this price from? Let me research this. Where did you get this 80 million price from, Rob?
I'm just thinking if Acuna went for 60, right? Cunha went for 60. You have Mbeumo's trying to get 70 million for Mbeumo, yeah, right? Brentford.
I mean,
like Villa will look at Rodgers and say he's a similar player, but he's also an England international, and he fulfill your homegrown quota, which means it's gonna cost more. It's the Madueke effect. The reason Madueke went for 52 million is because he's an England international and he fulfilled the homegrown quota. Jimmy's here.
No, I think Jimmy's all right. He messaged me saying he's back home. Big up JC. He said he's back home. Guys, don't forget, Jimmy's channel below. Rob's Twitter is there, right there. Mr. Paul. No, it's LMIR, I think. Is it MIR? MLR?
MLR Paul 2001.
Oh, MLR Paul 2001. Very easy name to write in. So give Paul those followers. Follow me on Twitter as well, Chesney_English. We're also 3 subs away from hitting our 1,800 goal, which is very, very good.
Do your thing, people.
3 subs, man.
Subscribe to the channel, man. Back this man giving you prime elite content. The way
Every
I say
day.
Elite recruitment, this is elite content.
Elite content, man. Every single day.
Yeah.
Good for the season. Because during the season, we'll do less day ones, but more on evening when the games are done, previews for Champions League. And because we're back in the Champions League, Rob, lovely streams. We're playing these games, rotation, squad. It's going to be fun. But I need you guys to set up now so we can really, really explode during the season.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you're subscribing.
Exploding. Pause.
Bro. Yeah, I knew. See, there's always one person who's got to say that.
Watch your explosion, bro.
This
you
guy
exploding your little Power Ranger breeze.
That's actually like I'm a 3-year-old. Elite content. Book it. Listen, Rob booked the final. Hey, Rob, I followed the ritual. I said, what I say about the starting 11? I said, I'm not going to change it because every single time you said something about the 11, I've kept it. I argued with you, and I kept it, and we win, and we won. I'm gassed. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm gassed.
Fair.
Fafana is linked. It's quiet, Chez. To be fair,
I don't want none of these guys. I don't want none of them. I would take somebody on a loan. Do not buy another winger. I beg. Like Nigerians would say, I beg.
Well, who are you getting then?
If I could do Garnacho on a Sancho type loan, if I could get Grealish, I don't want Grealish.
Oh, Jimmy's having a Garnacho. Let's not skip over that. Jimmy, you don't
want Grealish on my wing. If I was gonna do Grealish on a loan, he would be the more in the middle. So not Grealish, but I guess maybe even Grealish, or I would even try on a loan. But I'm not buying a winger.
Why you covering his wages?
Who?
Grealish.
Oh yeah, Grealish is on my bread.
Please, yeah, I'll cover. If put it like this, if they can't sell him, they would put him on loan and cover some of his wages. They would do that. All teams would do that just to get him out of the locker room. but I'm not even really medding him. He would be like later on down the list of the plans, because he's just covering. Like I'm not buying another winger. I got Quinda coming in next year. I got Esteval this year, who after this year I plan on playing a bigger role. I got Giddens. I do not need another young 20-something. Like the one thing about Garnacho, as much as I talk about him and I down him, I this and that, you know what I can't do? I cannot disregard that he's only 20. You can't, like, isn't he 20? He's 20, right?
20. Yeah.
He's fucking 20. Like, people, y'all could cuss and all of that, but I don't know what happened to football to where we expect a player to be the finished product because they shine early and then they might have a little 1 or 2 bad seasons. Then it's like, oh yeah, he's shit. And it's like, nah, he might like I understand why.
I never thought I'd see the day when Rob and Jimmy
but I
agreed
wouldn't
that
buy
Garnacho.
I'm not
No,
buying
I
Garnacho.
hear.
Yeah, no, not to buy.
I wouldn't buy Garnacho. I would do the same. I would do the same thing I did with Sancho.
Absolutely.
And then if he take that leap that he could possibly take, do you know what I have on my hands?
You know what I would say though? Rob and Jimmy, you are right, because we don't need to buy Garnacho. Man United are desperate.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. We have the upper hand. We can wait it out until the last week of the window, and then go.
All right. Like you hear what Rob talking. If I can't, because let me tell you who I want. I want Morgan Rogers, but if I can't get him, I'm not jumping off the bridge to just go spend money on some bullshit. Just
and this is the other reason why I think Morgan Rogers.
It's these two, Joey. It's not me.
This is another reason why I think the Morgan Rogers thing might be a little bit might not be very hot on the press, because mainly with Quenda's coming to next season, all this talk about Esteval playing the number 10, he becomes the backup 10 to Cole Palmer, right? Or he becomes another option of the inside.
Remember, this is my thing. Why I don't want to rush and get another winger. People got to remember this. Esteval literally plays left and right wing. He's cover for both sides.
So does Neto, to be fair. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to go and spend money on a winger. That's why I don't want us to buy one. I'd rather us get one on a loan, whether it be, like I said, a Garnacho, a Green. I don't give a fuck with whoever's available that can do a job, because we're not asking them to be no main rider, main.
No, I hear that, and the thing, you can say whatever you want about Garnacho. He's as Jimmy said, he's 20. In a bad season, everybody knows and acknowledges he had a bad season. He pulled off 21 GA last season, and the season before that, he was on 17 GA. At 19, he had 17 GA. At 20, he had 21 GA.
We had Nani. Nani had 15 GA in all competitions, bro.
Yeah.
He had less than fucking Garnacho.
No, boys. I get it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Jimmy,
so it's not
Jimmy. I hate. We're comparing him to Madueke. He's better than Madueke. I agree with you too.
But I'm not buying him.
I agree. Hey, Rob, I'm with you, because Rob, he's been pushing this agenda for time, and Jimmy's agreed saying this. Alone, I'm happy with. My issue is, I know for a fact Man U will ask for 40 million.
No, hold on.
I know they will.
Not rush and go get the loan. Get the loan. I'm talking about if you can't get something else and you at the end of the window.
Oh, but Rob's not saying that. Rob's saying first choice.
No, I've been saying first. We're not gonna get him now, but we're gonna get to a point where United gets so desperate that we say we'll give you a loan with an obligation to buy it for
Rob, if you had Jimmy, I know what Jimmy would say. I'll ask both of you. Rob, go first. 18 million on Rodgers, which is a lot. Or loan for Garnacho. Which one are you doing?
I don't think Rodgers will cost 80. I think you probably could get.
I agree, but Rob explained his reasons, and his reasons do make sense. But I think,
Yeah, but
I
he's
think
not.
Rodgers
His
is worth
value is not
more.
80. He would. You'd be able to get him out of there for probably about 70,
Jimmy.
75.
Rob, you
None
know
is
why I agree with Jimmy,
not
yeah?
52 either, but he went for 52.
No, Rob. The
He's
difference
England
is,
international and Villa's best
Yeah,
player.
if Nani went for
They're not selling
52,
him for
listen.
less than 70, 80
went.
million.
Kudus and Morgan's White. They're
That's
the
what I'm saying.
benchmark.
Kudos went for
Yeah,
55,
like
bro.
50.
Morgan's will get White not going for no 80, bro.
And West Ham
I'm saying Morgan get White, Morgan Rogers.
West Ham fans are mad. They think they should have gotten more.
But Rob, how much
They
is
think they sold
Morgan's
him on the
White?
cheap.
How much is Gibbs White without the release clause, in your opinion?
70?
55.
70 million.
Nah, they would have sold him. They would have got 70.
70 million.
Morgan Gibbs White, they would have got 65, 70
70
million
M.
for Morgan Gibbs White.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would have, bro.
No,
They would have had
man.
if Tottenham wanted him, that's what they would have got for him, bro.
Why are they worth more than Kudus?
What do you mean why? Kudus is coming off a
He's an
season
England,
with like
he's
5
an
goals.
England, he's an England international that fulfilled the home
Bro, you say
quota.
what you want. Morgan Gibbs White's season last year was 2-3 times better than Kudus. What are we talking about? They wasn't even on the same plane. Morgan Gibbs White was in people's teams of the season.
Release clause, Joey. I'm saying without it, the negotiation power. I'm not saying with release clause. I'm saying without it because Jimmy.
That's why Forest are mad.
Because if I said to you two, Rodgers for 60 million, we're not having a debate.
If Forest thought it was worth 50 million, and the guy and Spurs had a release clause of 60, they would have been, you know what, calm, you can have him. You know what I mean? But it is because they think 60 million for Gibbs White is absolutely a bargain. And they're saying, bro, we could have gotten 75 million pounds for Gibbs White.
I don't know why you don't realize that. They could have got 70. I don't see 75. I see at least 70. They could have got 10 more million for Gibbs White. Because he's their player of the season. He's their player of the season. He just had a hell of a season. Like, what are we talking about? Like, fucking Kudos just went for 55 and he had a shit season, bro. 55.
I hate
Elanga, who was good, but wasn't the best player, went for 55.
55, and he's their best player. What are we talking about?
How much do you think you're the best person I'll go for? And he's English.
Nah, Jimmy. Rob's got into your head. He's got into your head, and I hear it. We do shoes with you every day.
Reality. Y'all stuck in this world. Let me tell you what a lot of people do. Well, such and such cost 50 million. Yeah, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Inflation. Y'all keep forgetting y'all got to count inflation and not regular life inflation, football inflation.
Mm-hmm.
New TV contracts come out, players' wages go up. Everything goes up. You know what never comes down? The price of anything. Nothing. Not the players, not nothing. Price don't go down, bro.
The logic, all right, but brother, you man older than me. You know how all that world works. I agree with your logic. I just don't think as much as you man are saying. That's it.
Yeah, no.
If I said, hey Rob, because Jimmy agrees with me, if I said Rodgers for 60 million, this isn't a debate. We're taking Rodgers, right?
Yeah, but
how much for Garnacho?
Rodgers ain't gonna be 60. Rodgers gonna be 65, 70.
What do you mean how much for Garnacho? If Rodgers is 60 million, you're choosing him.
Garnacho. That's not what Garnacho.
No, Jimmy, hold on. Ross, I said 60 for Rodgers, and he went, but how much is Garnacho though? It doesn't matter. Rodgers for 60 million.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm not comparing Garnacho to Rodgers.
I'm not comparing them either, but I'm just saying for the
You know,
I will go with Rodgers just because he is a more mature player.
No, Rob, forget that. Do you know why I want to go for Rodgers? Yeah, Jimmy and Rob. It's because Gittins is too similar to Garnacho. That's my problem. They're too similar. And you got Quenda, all left-footed, all wingers who hug the touchline, very technical. Rodgers is quite different. He's more of a, against the other day, I said it to someone on the chat. I don't know if Jimmy was watching, yeah? I said Rodgers could have played the other day. He could have played as a Neto, maybe. Or you could drop Enzo some games, or drop a Palmer, put him on the right instead of put Rodgers in the middle. You see? You can't do it, Garnacho.
We need,
You
yeah,
can't.
we need,
Garnacho
we
cannot
need,
play
we
in the
need,
middle of the
we
Yeah,
need right.
Garnacho's
We
literally,
need,
he's like Gittins. Gittins can't play in the middle. Look how much to Dortmund when he played middle.
but we
He's not
already have
good.
João Pedro to play in the middle if we need to.
No. But I'm saying João Pedro would be the option up front because Jackson would leave, I'm assuming.
João Pedro is not. If y'all, I don't know what people thinking. João Pedro's playing striker. Y'all can get this shit out of your mind that he's gonna be. João Pedro will be playing striker, especially if he's playing like he's
you're
playing.
telling me you don't see a world where João Pedro and Dilap are on the pitch at the same time, and João Pedro's playing
No, I
that
do.
inside forward.
Not really. Not much. Not much.
Yeah, no, that's I
No,
disagree
Dilap.
with that.
No,
I
Not
see
much.
that.
I'm not
disagree.
saying you're never going
They
to
will,
see
they
it.
will,
I'm
they will.
saying you're not going to see it much. You have no
Okay.
reason to see it much. Why would you see that? If I got my touchline winger that I want, why would I gonna be putting that lineup out there? I expect that lineup with João Pedro at striker by himself and Dilap at striker by themselves. I expect to see that more than the two of them together.
Yeah, yeah, you'll see that more, but I think you'll see.
Yeah, but that don't not enough for it to be a thing. It won't be a thing.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree.
I don't think so because we have if we're looking for another winger or another attacker, it doesn't make sense. It literally leaves no space for another attacker if he plans on doing what you're talking about.
Yes, he does.
If you're playing two strikers, that's a starting attacker coming off. Now you got that attacker on the bench and the new one you talking about buying. That's not gonna happen a lot.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will, Jimmy.
No, it's not, bro. That's too many people. And if you start them two, if one get a knock, you back down to a striker law. It's not gonna. Well, I don't know why y'all don't like to see what's given to y'all. It's like every fucking week I hear, well, if we move Jackson to the left wing, and I'm like, bro, that never happens.
No, but my point, Jimmy, Moresca wouldn't be trying it so much in this Club World Cup if he didn't intend to use it as much in the upcoming season.
Have you seen João Pedro on the left wing, bro?
No, not on the left wing.
We haven't even done two strikers.
No, we haven't done two strikers. Well, we've done inside forward with Nkunku. We've played Nkunku and João Pedro, right, in the same starting 11.
But Nkunku was playing wide.
No, he was playing inside.
Bro, I was at the game, man. Nkunku was playing wide. Was he coming inside? Yeah, he was playing wide.
Wait, what are you want to argue?
He was playing wide. He was holding with at times. He was a left winger. Was he coming inside? Yeah, but he was a left winger.
I think it was more middle than it was on a wing.
Wait, Rob, what's your point? Are you saying that who's going to play where?
My point is that we'll see the João Pedro plus his striker lineup quite a bit next season with significant amount of times.
Yeah, I think it will depend on a few things, Rob. It'll depend on how well João Pedro's doing up front. If João Pedro keeps goal scoring like this, why would you move him?
And that's what I said. That's what I said.
Oh, I
literally said that. I said, if he's going to be playing striker like this, he's not going to be playing them two out there.
That logically, if your striker's scoring goals,
he's not.
Rob, by the way, I know Rob saying, Jimmy. He's saying I don't see him scoring like this. I agree with that. He's not. Unless he proves it, we're all wrong. But
I see him scoring like this. I don't see why not.
Jimmy, even if he does, there's still some games where you want to play the lap. Esteval might start. Gittins might start. You want to do fullback. You want to do the wing back thing. You might want to drop your striker in the pocket. I don't know,
man. If you look at last year, I just think he's gonna play this.
It does depend who you play against. It does depend. Like if we're hitting low blocks, that's why Rodgers could work because you could have Enzo, Rodgers, a João, and De Palma all on the same team. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Yeah.
And we need it because our main problem is big games. We need to start winning against big teams because they're the head-to-head, especially when I'm in the league. But also the smaller games, like the Fulhams at home. Do you know what I'm saying? We keep struggling against these low blocks at Ipswich. Year before with Sheffield, we're struggling because we've only got Palmer. If you lock him up, we're screwed. Now we've got options, okay? But I still think we need more, and that's why Garnacho for me, he's too similar to Gittins. Gittins is good, so it's Garnacho, but they're too similar.
Yeah,
I
but he's
rate
back up to
Garnacho. I don't
Gittins.
think he's crap.
He's back up to Gittins. Gittins is not gonna play every game of every competition next season.
No, but
You need backup for it.
what's the point though? Paul, Rob, you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta cut soon. I gotta get ready for work.
All right, cool. You say your last point.
Yeah, he to me he's being brought on to be a backup to Gittins. There's a reason we brought on Gittins, and I think I see Moresca using that. The line, the style we played, or the tactics he employed against Flamengo, although we lost, and then he repeat the same style against Benfica, and we won.
Mhm.
And then I think he did the same again against Palmeiras again. And so that tactic, which you'll see Joao Pedro drop in that inside forward, him and Palmer form the combined two tens, and then you have a striker, a Delap up top, and then a winger on each side. So if we have a left winger, then the right back overlap. If it's a right winger, then the left back overlaps, and that's how we keep the width. And so I
Okay.
think we're gonna use both. Where if Gittins is not having a good game, you bring in Garnacho. If Garnacho, if even though Job, because Pedro Neto, he's played way too many games. We know that this guy. I know he's been healthy this season, but they're gonna have the players gonna have a short break, and I don't think a lot of these players that played a lot of minutes are going to play much at the start of the season. The Cole Palmer, the Caicedos, the Enzo Fernandez. I think at the beginning of the season, they're gonna be, they're gonna be they're gonna be brought on slowly rather than first game of the season against Crystal Palace or Cole Palmer, Caicedo, and Enzo all starts. I think that's very unlikely. That's why
That's why
you
we need.
probably
That's
and
why we need
Andrew
the Rodgers.
Santos and the
That's why we need the
Gittins.
Rodgers. I'm telling you, Rodgers would save so many players' fitness because you wouldn't need to play Joao Pedro all the time or Palmer.
And yeah,
Literally
Joper
the
is not
same.
the problem. Joper just got here. He's fit. He just played 3 games, so he doesn't need that long of a break. Joper can start. Dilap can start. Like it's the players that have played all these games, all like the Cucurelas and the stuff. These are players that are gonna need a break. The Cole Palmer, the Caicedo, the Enzo Fernandez, the Colwell. They're gonna need an extended break, an extra week or two after the season starts for them. And if they come, they'll come on for 30 minutes here, and then like in September, that's when you're gonna start seeing them more and more kind of regain, start playing more and more. But I think we're gonna need a squad depth enough that we can win games without our top ballers, and while they're still resting or recuperating from the long break that they're gonna need.
Wait. Who? Yes, yeah, just joined. Perfect. Right, Rob. I love Rob's opinions because as much as Rob, you know what it is, I learnt with you, yeah. I worked for a long time now. As much
Yeah.
as people want to disagree with you, you come with like very reasonable logic. So a lot of people disagreeing with you, they don't like the feeling of it. But what you're saying does make sense. But Jimmy would agree with me and Ziad. We don't need a winger more than we need it inside. I don't care if you think Garnacho's good. We need more of an inside player. We can't be relying on Palmer and Enzo all the time to create chances in the middle. We need someone else.
Jeez. Oh my
I got scared.
god.
But yeah.
My wife just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Someone was there, innit? You're like, what the hell? That's
All
funny,
right,
man.
I gotta cut. I see you later.
Hey, love Rob. Love, say hello to Mrs. Man. Love Rob, man. We'll
Yeah,
speak to you soon.
yeah.
Ziad, are you there? You Maresca hater. Sorry. Are you there, Ziad?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, no. Part this conversation. What are you saying about Maresca right now? Let's flip this. Where's the table? We flip this table, man. We take my Maresca now, Zed.
Yo,
What you telling me?
Chelsea
I'll
back,
fuck you
man.
at Stamford Bridge, bro. What you telling me?
Chelsea are
Huh?
back, bro. We're back. We're
We're
back,
back,
man. That's
yeah?
what that matters, bro. Oh
Come
my
on,
days.
man.
Chelsea are back, man. All those streams of, brother, I had to join every stream and they would play, give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. And we couldn't win shit, bro. We couldn't even
Give us
score
a
a goal,
win,
bro.
yo.
And, bro,
Give
we're
us
back,
a
man.
win, yo.
We're here, bro. We're back. Now
Nasty
let's go get
work.
what's his face, bro. Go get Rodrigo. Go get Rogers. Get someone, man. Let's add to this, bro. Let's keep going because
Nah, the
Chelsea are
chat.
back.
Cheers, forcing to be Maresca in finally. Listen, he just said we're back. See that bit
No, we're
there
back,
for
bro.
me.
Listen, big up to
Back to
Maresca,
manager,
man.
bro.
Listen, let me say so. First of all, I never once actually said Maresca out. But listen, I had my worries about.
Yes, you did,
First of,
motherfucker.
no,
Yes, you
hold
did.
on. Do you know what? Oh, this
Is he?
Donald
You're
Trump
the
guy,
Chelsea Grinch, man. Allow it.
bro. 1 second. This Donald Trump guy actually ruined the photo, bro. Look at him. Why is he there, bro?
Yeah, let me get out of the way.
He
You
just
just hate it.
ruined the photo, bro. What is he
Look,
doing, man?
by the way, I was about to say something so crazy just then. We don't say that.
Why
But
you
anyway,
don't just edit them out? You can edit them out. I don't get it. That's like
what?
easy
Me?
work.
Yo,
Not
send me
you.
that photo, man. I'll edit it, bro. Send me that
I'm
photo. I
talking about
got a good edit for
the
that, man.
people from FIFA. They could, they did delete them. Okay, yeah, they could easily delete them.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I got a good edit for that, bro. Send me that exact one so I can fix that one.
Say no
I'll
more.
edit
Say no
that guy.
more. What are you
Man.
saying?
But
Ben
listen,
Jacobs has said Chelsea hold. I can't bother to get up. We're in the stream soon, innit? Chelsea holds fresh talks for Hato, but Liverpool also interested. Ajax quoting 60 million, but suitors hoping for closer to 40 million. Hey, we need that left back cover. Like Rob just said, Cucurella is the best left back in Europe at the moment. But guess what? He ain't a robot. He can't play every single week, every single minute. So we need Hato to provide that depth. I think everyone could agree in the chat about that. Yeah, I just saw it just now. Love Prime for the update. Love for that. 60 million for a backup is mad. Yeah, 40 million is calm. 60 million is a bit too much. Even I'll say that, to be honest with you.
That's what their quote.
That's
Nobody
mad,
paying
isn't it? Like 60 million stinks.
Nobody paying that.
Yeah,
but
100%.
that's their dream.
Yeah, that's
60
their
minutes.
dream.
Yeah,
number.
that's their auction price, isn't it? But
Yeah.
Zed, let's get your thoughts on by the way, if you two are going live, can you let me know in the private chat so I can redirect? Love. Either of you two are going live in a minute. But anyway, yeah, Zed, let me know about Garnacho, man. Rob's obviously giving his opinion. These man rate him.
Garnacho can cut, bro. That guy can cut. Not safe, man. Listen, you don't go from Rodrigo or Rogers to Garnacho. Come on, man. Allow it, please. Chelsea, don't ruin the vibe, man. Do not ruin the vibe. The vibe is good. The squad vibe is good. The manager vibe is good. The fans are good. Everyone's on the same page. I don't need Garnacho's brother start talking shit now when a guy's holding bench for 90% of the season. I don't need that, bro. My man thinks he's Ronaldinho, bro. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, bro. So go get someone else. If you don't want Rodgers or Rodrigo, listen, I think we're getting Rodgers. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's probably gonna happen.
Hey, Zed, if we get him our season, our transfer window. Hey, Jimmy and Zeb, I'm saying this now. If we get Hato and Rogers, bro, I'm with sales. We have it. Like, that's a perfect. Bro, like, what position would you want more? Goalkeeper, maybe. But I reckon Manyan's coming for free in January anyway. That's just my thing. I think we get him in January. But we need Rodgers, man. Like, I hear you. Like, Rodgers is needed. And for me, I said to Rob before he left, Jimmy and Zeb agree with me. We can't keep relying on Palmer and Enzo in the middle. We need someone else. A natural ball carrier. Rodgers can carry the football.
Yeah, I hear it though. I don't know. I don't know. I keep going from side to side. I don't know if we need a winger more. We need an inside
I
forward
ask
more.
question all the time. I think we need
I don't
inside,
know,
man.
man.
Hey,
I hear
listen.
both. Man.
No, here's my thing. Neto can perform well on the left. We've seen it already. He's a good left winger. We've got two right wingers in Palmer and Esteval. Fine. The middle, we've got Zhao, Palmer, and Esteval again. So we've got options in the middle, left and right. What we don't have is someone who plays off the left but can also play in the middle. No one could do that. Neto can't.
Pedro.
Can't. Pedro, yes, but I'd rather see him up front.
That's the thing. It's
Because, for example, Jimmy, for example, as another Chelsea fan, I disagree with this a little bit. He believes he can keep scoring like this. So you want him up front, innit? You don't want to put him back. So
You're on mute, Jimmy. You're on mute.
Look how he finishes. Why would you think that would stop? That's how he finished.
I don't think. I think we're fine with either one. I think whether it's a inside forward, whether it's a winger, I think as long as the quality of the player is high, which it is in Rodgers, which it isn't if it's a Rodrigo, then no problem. You know. Oh, Rodgers is on his knees to join Chelsea, bro. That guy is begging to join Chelsea. 100%. That brother is begging it. He is begging it, and it might happen, bro. I think it will happen. That's a serious signing.
It would be. Man, would be quality. We also forget we have Gittins coming from the left. Now, I'm not forgetting Gittins. We're saying on top of Gittins. Because Gittins is very left wing. He's very touchline. I'm a winger. We don't have a player who can play in the left 8 or left 10 and do that role. And Cuckoo's going. Jackson's probably going to go anyway. So we haven't got that. And that
Morgan
position
Gibbs,
we need.
Morgan Rogers is the guy, bro.
He's a baller,
100%.
man. He's a ball.
Yeah.
But I can't lie, man. We can't let if Liverpool get bloody Isaac and Rodrigo.
We spoke about this earlier. We can't. Me and Rob
They're
already said
not
very
getting.
clearly.
They can't afford both of those players.
Not even that. Newcastle are massive idiots. Like you would say back, idiots back home, yeah. To let Liverpool move to them like this. You know what said to them? They went, you know what? You choose who you want. Because we're gonna take one of these two anyway. You gotta have a club do that to you.
Ekitike, motherfucker. You ain't taking him.
Bro, how can they put Newcastle in a position where it's like we could get both, or we choose the best option, you choose the worst one? Like they have to say no.
If I'm Newcastle, I
That's a
say
bake off, man.
fuck off. Go buy Ekitike.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, facts.
Anyhow, they
Facts.
sell him. They're just a feeder club. You might as well go for Tonali. You might as well go buy Bruno Guimaraes.
Listen,
Well,
man,
why not
just
get
tell,
Botman?
yeah, tell Liverpool fuck off with you're not having Isaac. We'll just go get Jackson instead, bro. Bang it, bro. Let's do that, man.
Yeah, to be fair, that link was there, but I think Chelsea would outprice Liverpool. I think if they actually would have won him, I
No,
reckon
but
Chelsea
listen, how much they bid for Ekitike? What, 70 million pounds?
80 million euros, Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah, 70 million pounds for yeah, I'm accepting a
72,
70 million pound bid for Jackson. Run it up.
Bro, people
I'm accepting that.
On AZ, I was on someone's season, Mose or Dan Potts or something. I said, you know, Wolfie waffles, isn't it? If he was here, I'd say the same thing. I was like to him, Chelsea would want to ask for 60 to 70 million. But Jackson, he was like, what? Based off what? Bro, Ekitike is going for 72 million pounds for doing nothing.
Bro, but that's
Jackson
what I'm
at
saying.
least
Like,
is being a Premier League.
if Newcastle are willing to put that money down for Ekitike, put that same money down for Jackson, I'm accepting that, no problem.
And Jackson for 60 million is good prof. That's good
70
money,
million,
man.
bro. I'm running away with that.
Oh,
I'm
you
running
done?
away
Of
with that.
course. Even with add-ons, I'm taking that. What, 60 plus 10? I'm taking that all day long.
Bro, even 65, I'm taking.
100%. I'm taking that money. Don't get twisted. 130 though. They could add 3 to 4 to their. What do you mean?
If I was them, give me 140. You can have them.
Oh, they're
140
saying
for
like
what?
money for Isak.
140.
Yeah, 100%.
Bomba
Yeah.
Holy
140,
shit,
150.
What do you think then? What do you think? What? 100? No.
No, but I just don't know how they're gonna break the record twice in one window, bro. That's mad.
They're approaching the player. They want him.
That's so mad, bro.
If you're Newcastle and you're going what 110 on words, 140 then 150. Why not? Well, you don't want
him.
You
just pay one whatever for words. You think I'm not charging you 140 for Isak, who's in this league and just scored? He just gave you 32 goals in all comps. The fuck out of here. Don't give me the money. I'm keeping the player. I'll be cool. If I need to sell him, I'll sell him next year for 100. I'll be all right.
Yeah, let's be honest. Like if Liverpool, let's talk real. If Liverpool get that transfer, they've had a sick window. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be a good window. But
yeah,
it's just difficult to see it happening. Them spending what? Someone said that on Twitter. They said if they spend that money, like 350 million pounds in one window, that's mad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's them done for years.
Yeah, they wouldn't. To be fair, you're right. They wouldn't need to spend. To be fair, but it's still a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. How much but these are questions for the chat. I'm gonna end them in a few minutes. How much do you realistically think we can get for Jackson? Remember, there's no English tax like we had for Noni.
So, like 65?
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, G. I'll probably still
like 65 million pounds.
Yeah. Jimmy, how much do you think Liverpool would pay for Isak? How much they would pay?
I don't know what they would pay. I know what I would charge. I would charge $140, $150.
Bloody hell, bro. Yeah.
And I need favorable payment. Fuck that.
Nah, it's mad bread, to be honest with you. Any other questions, chat? We're in this live. ASAP, man. He's a cut. Isn't Newcastle owned by Saudi? Yeah, they are. Why are they moving mid-table, bro? Come on, man. Everyone knows.
How they moving mid-table? They just put a 70 million pound bid in for Ekitike. That ain't no mid-table.
Firstly, they pay with money. Secondly, it's called FFP, meaning they can't spend the money the owners have. They've got to do it a certain way. If it was up to them, they would have bought everybody by now. Do you know when you know when they had the takeover, everyone's like, they're gonna sign Haaland, you idiots. You think they can't just spend like 200 million for no reason? They got.
Bro, you can't. Newcastle are not moving like a mid-table. Newcastle are literally saying Gordon ain't going nowhere. Isaac, unless you break the record and more, he ain't going nowhere. We just put a £70 million bid in for a player, bro. These man moving serious, bro.
100%. Ekitike can't be more expensive than Jackson. That's a fact. Why is he worth more? Because he's French and he's tall. Is that the difference?
Jackson's
Jackson,
cool, bro.
by the way, is a good footballer. He is not a good finisher, but teams won't see it that way. They'll see him as a good prospect. You don't think when Liverpool are linked to a player, everyone rates them, right? Liverpool love Jackson. They just can't afford him from Chelsea. Because anyhow, Liverpool go to Chelsea. How much is Jackson? They'll be like, 100 million. That's how it is, isn't it? Just how it is. Yeah, people 10-2 need to cut. We'll see, man, tomorrow. Hopefully by then there's a Hato update. Hopefully Fab or one team can talk about that because we need that. Chelsea have already been told. Sorry, Chelsea have told the media we're going for. If you guys didn't know, we're going for another attacker. We're going for internally a centre back, and we're looking at a left back cover. I don't think we'll go for a goalkeeper. I don't think we'll go for an out-and-out striker. So you guys can rule that out. Rodriguez still on the list. Rogers, Garnacho, Hato, and Zed. Have you seen any, or Jimmy? Have you seen any solid links for any centre backs we're linked to? I haven't seen any names.
Only Hato right now.
What about you, Jimmy?
I want these news. I need these news to come out, man. Come on, I need some news, bro.
Nah, legitimately. Jimmy, have you seen any names for a centre back other than Hato? Because I haven't seen none. Nah. Boy.
Nothing.
Love 1.8k, man. Let's hit 1.9 ASAP. See you guys tomorrow. Let me put Zed's channel in there now. Jimmy's is in there as always. He's not going live, so there's no redirect. In fact, let's see who's live that I know. That we can potentially go to. Guys, smash that like button while I check this out, man. And sub to the channel if you're new, especially if you're a rival as well. Don't be that guy. We'll redirect to never a foul. I don't know when they go live, but it says upcoming. Oh, let's go, Lewis. Lewis is going live. So you guys spam the chat. Silva from Benfica. Oh, yeah, that was ages ago. Fair enough. Guys, spam the chat with Garnacho Chelsea to troll him. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. 3:30, as always.